Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a review on a figure slash statue because it doesn't really have posability, so I like to call them statues rather than figures, but basically it's a statue review of from My Hero Academia. I purchased it from this place. You can see the bag in the background. It's called Conspiracy Comics, Games, and Anime. They basically sell Western comics, uh, anime related shirts, comic related shirts, video game related stuff too. They have plushies, posters, all sorts of stuff, some Japanese drinks, and snacks. And they also sell manga and everything like that. So, from what I've seen on their website, they say they have different locations on the bag. Um, but basically, from what I've seen on the website, they are a company that actually goes to expos and sells their products that they carry. And so, yeah, they also have like body pillow covers too. I don't know if they actually sell like the pillow inserts and stuff, but I did see they do have body pillow covers. What else? They're kind of a small store. They're in Square One, but that's their newer location. So if you live near there, definitely check them out. They have a whole bunch of stuff for like if you're like really nerdy or you're like into anime, then definitely check them out. So here is the box that I got. Move it further so you can see. So this is a My Hero BanPresto Bandai company made statue. This is a series called Age of Heroes. Now, usually I don't buy these types of things just because the scaling is very difficult to look at when I was looking at them. Like sometimes I was looking at EB games and they didn't say the scaling size for these guys, so I didn't know like if each series was a different scale. Turns out a lot of the series are different scales, so they're different sizes. So if you wanted to collect all the characters in like them, you would have to wait for like a series that comes out with all of the characters, which I don't think will happen. They just do very popular characters normally, and they have like so many different things. It's kind of confusing because they have so many different series to the point where I'm just like, I don't know. They're all different sizes, so yeah. So, but anyways, I decided to get this for Kirishima and Bakugo. I'll show my Bakugo one in the next video, of course. But this is my Red Riot one. I saw a Deku, but I decided not to get it just because my favorite characters are Kirishima and Bakugo, so I have like a bunch of stuff for them. But for like collecting, I usually buy like the McFarlane Toys figure lines just because those are posable and those are really well made too. So that's another option of figures you can buy. So this was $29.99. Oh, I don't know if it was focused to see the artwork, but yeah. And this is Funimation on this. Some of the stuff you can buy on Funimation app, or the website, so you might be able to buy this on there. I'm not entirely sure because I haven't checked it out, but a lot of the branding says Funimation on the boxes for even like the McFarlane toy figures. I like how this is like a black and white and then coloring in the middle. It gives it like a nice box thing. Usually I would say some boxes like for like Western companies, especially I think Bandai is more like Chinese or is it Japanese? I think it's Japanese. Yeah, it's Japanese, I think. But a lot of Western like artwork for figures doesn't really look nice. I think Japanese they know how to take pictures of their figures and make it look nice. Because these are all not like the animation version of the characters. These are just literally them taking pictures of the figures. So they kind of know how to make it look pretty for the boxes. It was open. I opened it already just to check to make sure that everything was okay after I bought it. These were $30 each, as I said before, and yeah. Basically, the woman, the cashier, she ringed it up for me, but then when she scanned the barcode, for some reason it came up as $60 each because on their system, they go by the names of the characters for things. So on the system, I guess it just went to a different thing that was Kirishima, and it was like $60, and I was like, wait, what? And then she was like, the total is 100 something, and I almost had a panic attack just because like I don't have that much money, and I'm not gonna spend that much money on these types of figures. They're usually around $30 for these types of statue figures, I would say, and she double checked, and then it turned out to be $30 each. So in total, I paid 70 something in Canadian. So if you're looking at Canadian pricing, it's around $30, and then plus tax. So yeah, but I almost freaked out. It was just kind of funny. I was like, "What? That's too much. I'm not gonna buy it then." And my dad was like, "But it says $29.99 there." So she went and checked for me. So when they come in the box, they come in like plastic packaging, and basically they're apart from the stand, and then the head is apart. I'll show you like the pegging for the head. It's kind of scary though. Like if you're not used to like the Japanese figures, they literally come apart so that way they can just be packaged separately in plastic wrapping, so that way you don't hurt your figure. But yeah, because if this part might scrape something in the box and then get damaged, so they're very careful with that. But show you his face first. I like the detailing of the face. The expression is very nice. His hair is super spiky. For these types of figures, there's not much shading going on, I would say. But like I'll show you later on, compared to my McFarlane toys, they kind of like, of course the texture is really nice, but they don't have as much texture as on the McFarlane toy one for the hair. I like his mask, it's super nice. And then this is his chest. Sorry, my hands are around the camera, so it's difficult. You'll notice like there's not really any shading. Is just from like the fact that he's standing, so that it becomes shaded, so they didn't really add much shading to it. I like the wrinkles in like the sleeve parts that he wears. It's super detailed. And then they also have his little strap here. This is like a flexible plastic piece, so it's not really like super hard. But the rest is like, for the most part, hard plastic. Like his hair is hard plastic. And then also this bottom cloth part for his belt. So this is how his belt looks like. They did a good job in terms of the scratching, like the detailing, and like how it's rigid and like a cut out piece of cloth rather than just like a straight up clean cut cloth. So it's true to the anime, and it's a lot of nice wrinkling underneath, like for the clothing, the way it flows. But this is like really hard plastic, so if it falls, it does say it's for 15 and up, so I'm assuming if you're someone who's 15 and up, you wouldn't like try to play with this. I think for McFarlane Toys, it's a different one. Let me just get my box. Yeah, they say like 12 and up, so for them it's very like it's kind of kid friendly in a way. As for these statues, they're not really, because they can break more easily just because they're all hard plastic. I like the detailing of the boots. And they made his pants look kind of baggy. The only thing is when I put him up next to Bakugo, he kind of is skinnier. So I'll just show it now, but I'll do the review in my other video. But you'll see Bakugo he's on the stand. But Bakugo is more, I won't show all of Bakugo so that way it's a surprise. But his muscling is bigger than Kirishima's, and they're typically like around the same build for them, I would say, as characters. So it's kind of odd that his arms are like super skinny, but I guess he's a little slimmer, so it's okay. And then here is the stand for him. There's 2 pegs, and each peg, like, there's one peg that's bigger than the other. You can put their feet on either one, to be honest, but I don't really understand why there's 2 pegs if it's only like one peg is gonna secure it for sure. The other one is a bit loose, so I'm not sure why, but the pegs aren't close together, so you're not putting 2 feet on the pegs, so you'll notice this foot does not reach there. So I guess it's just supposed to be like that or something, because these guys don't come with instructions when it comes to like putting the pieces on top of each other, like the head on the neck and then the body on the actual stand. So yeah, but this is a pretty solid stand for a character, like a statue that you don't pose. It's a solid stand, so it's pretty nice. This is my McFarlane one. You'll notice he's a bit wobbly because he's a posable one, so technically I should get a better stand for him. But they're roughly around the same height. This one is a bit taller when I minus the stand of this guy. And this guy's stand is pretty flat anyways. You'll see like his hair texturing. I'll show. His hair texturing here, there's more texturing. As for this one's just kind of like clean hair pieces like that. So that's the main difference. The other thing I would say is like this one has like more, oops, he almost fell. He has more like a bendable plastic on pieces, so that's why they're more ages 12 and up rather than these guys, because these guys are just literally figures that are harder plastic. And like even the hair of the McFarlane toy one is pretty I would say it's pretty flexible compared to this one. But yeah, it's basically the figure. I keep saying figure, but I call them statues normally. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll just give another spin around for him. I think this statue looks pretty nice. For what it's worth, it's the same price, same size and price as the posable McFarlane ones. If you want something posable, they usually cost more money, so it was a good price when I bought the McFarlane ones, just because they're posable and they're like the 7-inch scale, and that's like an average scale for the figures. And just because it had posability, usually those are more expensive, but because they're the same price as the as these guys, I would say, in my opinion, McFarlane Toys would be more worth it. But if you're just someone who doesn't want to pose your figures and just have a cool statue, these are still good. They're a good price for it. They're not that bad. They have really great detailing still, like the muscles and everything are really nicely sculpted. It's just that depends on what you want. They don't, and I think he has a tiny scar if my camera wants to focus on his face. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, you can't see because the lighting, but there's a really tiny scar right there next to his hair. But yeah, they definitely got all the details for the most part. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. My next video will be reviewing the Bakugo one, and then I'll actually put them side by side so that way you can see the comparison, like Kirishima and Bakugo together. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!